Hi, this is a short on the ball session. So it's a session where we use the soft Pilates ball for resistance work and to challenge our balance. So we're going to start standing. Bring your feet together, draw the abdominals in, tuck your tailbone under. Take the feet out at the front and spin round, spin your heels out so you're in a parallel foot position. Press on the outside of your feet, draw your shoulder blades together. We're just going to start with some gentle movement. And we're just going to go with a little sway to start. So just that as you sway in one direction, the heel on the opposite side will lift, and a little more as you swing your arms, a little bit more and a little bit more. Draw those abdominals in. Focus here on that mind-body connection, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, shoulder blades drawn together and gliding down your back. A few more. We're going to take the ball in our hands, press with the palms, draw the abdominals in, breathe in, come up out of your waist, and let's take that rotation a little bit further. So you keep that ball in front of the sternum, your chin in line with your sternum. As you breathe in, come out of the waist, and on the out breath, turn to one side and back again. Keep those hips beautifully still. We do that by engaging our abdominals and drawing our butt cheeks together. Press on that ball, let's go. Another one, and one more each side. Breathe out as you twist and twist. Really nice. They're not really huge moves here, folks, to start with. Take the ball up above your head and reach and just relax it off. Reach, breathe in, draw the abs in, breathe out, come over into a lateral flexion, a side bend. If that feels too strong, you can bring the one hand to rest on your hips. Draw up and come over the other side. Really reach that ball away so you can feel the gap or space between your bottom rib and the waist on that opposite side. One more on each side. And up and over. When you come up, take the arms down. Let's just circle our shoulders 3 times back. Really nice big circles 3 times in front. I'm going to take the ball again. I'm going to go sideways on. I want to stay in that stance. Draw the abdominals in, tuck the tailbone under. Take the ball out to the front. We're going to come down into our Pilates squat. So you bend your knees, draw the abdominals in, breathe out, come down, take a peek down, check those knees are tracking over your middle 2 toes. You're sending your tailbone down to an imaginary chair. Let's go again. Draw the butt cheeks together, send the tailbone down towards that imaginary chair. Arms reach out. And come up nice and in a nice flowy movement. This time you can keep your hands there, you can press on the ball, and as you come down, draw the arms each side of your ears and down. Now we're going to feel a nice little stretch or give here in our calves, and if some of us, me included, are a bit stiff in our calves today, that'll also restrict some squatting movement. Come down again. Breathe in there, hold that one, maybe come down a little bit further, or a little bit further again, and press on the ball and release. Squeeze your butt cheeks, press on the ball and release. Let's do 3 more, and 2, and 1. Come up, take the arms down, circle 3 times once again, behind, and 3 times forward. We're going to take the movement this time into our lower half of the body a little bit more. So I want us to go into a lunge position. Set that up as however is best for you. Make sure your feet are hip width apart still. Abdominals drawn in, shoulder blades drawn together. And this time, I've got my right leg forward, take the ball out, breathe in on the out breath, come down, take that ball up above and come up. Come down, really sending that knee as close as you can. Each time, maybe come down just a bit more. And 2. And 1. And we hold it there and press on the ball again. And press for 3, for 2, for 1. Now hold it there. As you come up, take the ball forward, straighten your back leg, send the heel towards the floor for a deeper stretch out through the calf. Few breaths there. And then we're going to straighten the front leg and draw down. Keep the chest lovely and proud. Draw the shoulder blades together so you're as flat in the back as you can and come down. Now if you come down quite low, you can take a hand each side and draw your chest even closer to the top of your thigh for a deeper stretch. Breathe into it. Bend both knees. Draw the abs in. Come up to the top. Let's go on the other side. So left leg goes out, take the right leg behind, draw the abdominals in, shoulder blades drawn back together, arms out front. And each time you may want to build up to coming down a little bit lower and a little bit lower. So draw the abs in, send the tailbone down, the arms go up above. Press a little bit if you wish at the top. 4, 2. And 1. Hold it there, bring the knee down a little bit lower. Press and pulse on the ball. Draw the abs in, stay as steady as you can for 3 more. And 2, and 1. Bend, straighten the back leg, keep the front leg bent, send the arms out in front, send the heel at the back towards the floor for a lengthening out in your calf. Few more breaths there. Then come back up onto the balls of your feet at the back, straighten the front leg, reach forward and come over. And if you've got enough flexibility, you can take your hands to the floor, especially to help stabilize. If you want to challenge your balance, keep your arms out front. Keep the chest proud as you draw it to the top of the thigh, really feeling a release out in your hamstrings. Few more breaths there. Bend both knees, abdominals drawn in, and we come back up to standing. We're now going to pop the ball in between our thighs and come to the edge of our mat. Keep the ball in between your thighs, feet parallel, press, keeping a pressure and engagement in between those thighs. Keep pressing on them, breathe in, chin to chest, keep the shoulder blades together as we roll down, one vertebra at a time, down to the mat. Breathe in and draw the abdominals into the spine as you roll back up through the back up to standing. Keep that pressure on the ball, shoulder blades back and down. And we go again, chin to chest as we roll down through the spine. As I come back into view on the camera. When you get this far, bend your knees. Keep the inner thigh engagement. Press the hands flat on the floor. Let's come over, walk it over into a plank. Hold it there. Now, if this feels a bit too strong, I demonstrate this often, just take your knees to the floor. Otherwise, keep your knees up, keep pressing on that ball, And when we're ready, we're going to bend our knees, walk in until we can see ourselves in a nice 4-point position, hand underneath our shoulders, knees underneath our hips. Keep pressing on the ball. We're going to go into a shoulder tap here, really challenging our core. Keep those abs drawn in. As we do another 4, take it nice and steady, and 2, and 1. Then staying here, we're just going to go a little bit more into the obliques. So press, maybe you want to bring the feet closer together to keep the pressure on that ball. Shoulder blades gliding down your back, neck lovely and long. Breathe in on the out breath, turn the knees, twisting the waist to one side and back. Over to the other side and back. Try and keep your torso nice and parallel with your mat, and the twist or the rotation is all in the hips. Let's do another 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Really nice. Take the knees to the mat. Make sure you got a little bit of mat in front of you. Keep the pressure on the inner thighs. Walk the hands forward. Push up between the shoulder blades, abs drawn in. Elbows down towards the waist as you bend. Breathing in, breathing out to come up. Come down and up. Keep going. Just a few more. And then we're going to go into a few more arms. So we won't do any more sets of these. Let's do another 3. And 2. And 1. Breathe in to come down. Breathe out to come back. Press, keep your hands on the mat. Take your bottom towards your heels. Press your arms, pushing them down towards the mat for a little release, stretching your arms and into the shoulders. And then we're going to take our ball and we're going to do some tricep work, challenging our stability using the ball. So again, making sure your hands are underneath your shoulders. I'll start actually with my left hand as closest to the camera there. Knees underneath your hips. So we're going to send one leg away. So keep your hips square with the mat, like headlights shining down. You reach out with your right leg, so it's nice and long. You breathe in, draw the abs in, breathe out. We're going to come down. Your head's going to come about in line with the top of the ball. Your leg comes up, challenging that stability, and you come back up there into the starting position. Keep the leg raised. You can curl the toes under on your left leg if it helps. Come down and push up. So continuing into the arms there, this time challenging the stability with our hand on, left hand on the ball. We're going to do another 2. And another 1. Really nice. Bring the knee down. While we've worked that glute a little there as well, we're going to take the ball and we're going to pop it into the crease of your right leg. And we're going to go into some donkey kicks. So glide those shoulder blades down your back. Breathe in on the out breath. Let's kick up and come in. Take the leg up and in. Really squeeze that right gluteal. Really feel that butt cheek working as you bring the leg up and down. Squeeze on that ball if you need to. Definitely don't want to lose it. Stay strong in your shoulders. As we do 5 more. Keep those abs engaged, those hips lovely and stable. For another 3. And 2. And 1. Keep it up there for the 1. Squeeze your glutes a little bit more. Check your knees nice and high. And we take it into a little pulse. Just that end of range pulse where we can keep the squeezing pressure on our right glute and just work into it a little bit more. Keep going, you've got it. For 5 more. 4, 3, really well done. 2 and 1. Knee comes down. Take the ball this time with your right hand. And we go again on the opposite side. So make sure you've got your hands in the right place first. You want them under your shoulders to help with stability. Abs drawn in, shoulder blades gliding down your back. Breathe in on the out breath, lengthen your left leg, and you continue to lengthen out until that leg is parallel with the floor, no higher than your hip bone, okay? Breathe in, come down, and breathe out, push up. Come down and up. Keep squeezing that left glute. Keep your concentration on your ball and the stability of your right hand. Make sure your hips stay lovely and in parallel or facing the floor or your mat. Let's do another 4 and 3. Keep squeezing that butt cheek. And 2. Really nice. And 1. Well done. Come down. Bring that knee in. Take that ball. Whilst that glute's done a little bit of work, grip the ball in the crease of your knees. Come back into your lovely 4-point position. And again, if your wrists are starting to feel it a bit, you may want to just come up onto the fists. And for the donkey kicks, you could come down, bring in your elbows down and your forearms into a V shape, okay? And do your donkey kick from here. So do look after yourselves if you are feeling, some of us are quite sensitive in our wrists. So look after yourselves. Keep those shoulder blades drawn together. As we go into our donkey kick, the foot is flexed. Each hip bone is like a little headlight flashing down to your mat with your fabulous abulus, your fab abs, nice and engaged, keeping those hips lovely and stable. Keep breathing out as you take that leg behind. Bring it down lovely and slowly as well. Don't crush that leg down with gravity, and try and stay lovely and strong in your shoulder girdle. So it's all going on in this one. As we do another 3, 2, and on the 1, hold it up there. Keep that knee nice and high. Squeeze your glute and pulse and pulse. You've got this. Well done. Keep going, nearly there. For another 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Super work. Again, you can come into your child's pose, and if you want, just circle your wrists or come up onto your knees and circle your wrists if you've been on the hands and feeling a little bit tired. Next, we're going to do a little bit of ab work. So come up on your sit bones. You have 1 sit bone in each back cheek, so sit nice and evenly on your bottoms. Knees lovely and relaxed in a bent position, feet flat on the floor. Take the ball out in front. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. I want you to draw your abdominals into the spine, and you'll find yourself coming onto your tailbone. And then sort of round your shoulder blades over towards your hips. Reaching forward all the while with the ball. Draw the abs in one more time. Keep going. Breathe out as you come back off your tailbone. At this point, you'll feel your abdominals take over. And it's at that point, I want you to take the ball with your left hand. Draw the abs in, and we're going to turn and take that ball up. Bring it back, tap in the right hand. Come over to the middle, really reach. And back, and draw down towards the floor. And back. Now if that felt a bit easier, draw the abs in, come back a little bit further. Make sure there's a lovely C shape with your spine as we go again. Over to the top, through the middle, and down the bottom. And we're going to do one more set. Draw the abs in, twist in the waist, into the middle, and down to the bottom. Really lovely. We've got another side to do, so we're going to stay there. Keep breathing, keep the abs drawn in. As you take the ball up, tap back, out to the side, tap back, and down towards the floor. 2 more times. Rotate, and back, cross to the middle, and down. Hopefully feeling it a little bit in the abs now. See how you get on. They should be feeling a little bit tired, or starting to fatigue, or starting just to do some work, however you want to interpret it. Come back to the middle, draw the abs in, come up, flat back as if you're sitting against an imaginary brick wall. Legs out in front, feet flexed. Reach up with the ball for a spine stretch. I want you to come over as if you're reaching over an imaginary beach ball on your lap. Now we've done a little bit of stretching through the hamstrings, so you may be able to reach towards your feet. Maybe even try and roll the ball down your feet. Hold it there, keep breathing. Roll the ball back up, draw the abdominals into the spine, and bring the ball up. Bring your feet up as well. Draw the abs in. We're going to roll down nice and slowly, okay? So draw the abs in, come off your tailbone, curl forward, come back a little bit more. And just about another ½ inch to an inch. And we're going to come up an inch. Keep drawing the abdominals in, keep breathing, keep your chin away from the chest as you lift a tiny bit and lower in that position. Let's do 6 more. And 5, really lovely. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. This time, roll down. Try and land every single vertebra one at a time. Take your time. See where you come down in little sections. So take the ball up. Feel your shoulder blades glide into the spine. The arms come over. Reach the legs away. Reach, reach, reach each direction. And then come back up. Bend your knees. And we'll stick the ball in between our inner thighs for just a little bit more of inner thigh work and glute work. So with our back of our hips lovely and even on the floor in a neutral spine, our shoulder blades gliding into the mat, our feet and arms really light on the mat. Breathe in, draw the abdominals in, and on the out breath, flat back. Keep rolling up on the out breath, lifting one vertebra at a time. As we curl the tailbone under, start squeezing your gluteals, so squeeze your butt cheeks. We want to engage your abdominals on our bottoms to lift our hips up towards the ceiling, keeping our shoulder blades on the mat, eye line lift up to the ceiling so our neck is lovely lined. And try and make sure that big toe joint on each foot is on the mat as well as the rest of the underside of your feet. When you think you've come up as high as you can, just give your butt cheeks a little squeeze and your abdominals engaged and lift a little bit higher. And in this position, we're going to slowly pulse on the ball and release. Pulse on the ball and release. You squeeze your bum together, squeeze the thighs together to put some pressure on your ball. As we do another 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, squeeze your bum cheeks, and 2, and 1. Hold that squeeze. Breathe in on the out breath, squeeze a little bit harder. Breathe in, and on the out breath, just squeeze a little bit harder and hold that squeeze for another 5 seconds. Keep breathing. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze for 4. You squeeze in for 3. I'm watching for 2. Keep squeezing, and 1. Release off slowly. And on your next out breath, roll down through the spine. Nice and slowly, landing each single vertebra one at a time till your hips are level on the mat, you're in neutral spine. And take the ball, arms reach out, and keeping your feet and knees where they are, take the knees over to the right and the eye line over to the left for a small hip roll and a small rotation in the spine. Using your abdominal engagement, draw the knees up, take them over to the other side, and turn to look at your right hand. This time bring the ball over, come over onto your side, and actually fall over onto your front. Take the ball out in front, keep your shoulders away from your ears, eye line gazing down to the mat. Switch off the muscles in your lower half of your body, press your hip bones into the mat, draw your abs away. Bring your abs, draw your abs into your spine. Breathe in, and on the out breath, start lifting, peeling at the sternum off the mat. Keep the eye line down. You're rolling the ball in towards you and then rolling it back out. And we're going to do 2 more of those. So breathe in, on the out breath, start peeling the sternum off the mat as you come into a back extension, rolling the ball up, taking the ball away. And 1 more, draw the ball in, hold it there, shoulders away from your ears, keep breathing, and roll it back forward. Take the ball, reach it away in the right hand, keeping the arms lifted and the eye line down, neck nice and long. And we're going to take the ball over the bottom and over to the front and over and to the front and back round the other way. So take it over the bottom, nice big circles. Swap over at the hands at the front and reach back. Keep it behind you this time. Ball just above the small of your back or your bottom. Holding it with both hands. Draw the shoulder blades together. Breathe out as you press away with the ball in the general direction of your heels. You're feeling the shoulder blades draw together as if you're trying to hold a pencil in between your shoulder blades. Eye line down towards the mat as you keep your neck lovely and long, and keep breathing for a few more breaths. If you want to add on to this, send the feet away so you really feel you're standing to attention in this prone position. Come down nice and slowly. You may need to just leave the ball onto the mat, and as you push up safely and back into a child's pose, pop your head onto your ball as you reach the arms away. Just stay here a little bit longer, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, feeling a lovely stretch through the lower back. A few more breaths. You can even take the arms, big circle around, back of the hands on the mat, arms nice and relaxed by your side. And just use this time just to bring your breath back to your normal rhythm. And then your